Have you ever stopped to wonder why fear can feel so overwhelming even when there's no real danger in front of you? Why does your heart race just because your boss sent a message? Why do your hands sweat before a presentation? Or your body freeze when you hear a sound late at night? It's wild, right? Because here's the thing. Most people aren't actually afraid of what they think they're afraid of. They're afraid of fear itself, and that fear, it's not just in your head. It's happening deep inside your brain in ways most people have never even imagined. If this is already making you think, take a second to hit the like button. It helps this message reach more people. And if you're curious about how your brain really works, go ahead and subscribe now. This journey is just getting started. So today, let's do something most people never do. Let's walk through what's actually happening. When fear takes over your body, your thoughts, your emotions, inside your brain, there's a structure called the amygdala. It's your built-in alarm system, and it doesn't wait for logic. It reacts, first asks questions later. A sharp sound, a harsh voice, even a passing thought. All it takes is one signal, and the alarm goes off. And you know what's wild? This all happens before you're even aware of it. Why? Because the thalamus, your brain's relay hub, sends that signal straight to the amygdala. It skips the thinking part altogether. Now, once the alarm sounds, your hypothalamus takes over. It's the brain's action coordinator. It sends a wave of messages to your body. Get ready, something's happening. Your heart starts pounding. Adrenaline kicks in. Your muscles tighten. You feel alert, wired, even if you're just sitting at your desk. If that stress continues, the HPA axis is activated, a powerful system involving the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands. They release cortisol, stress hormone that keeps you sharp. But here's the problem. Cortisol is like coffee, good in small doses, terrible when it's nonstop, too much for too long. It wears down your body and breaks down your brain. Your sleep gets disrupted. Your memory becomes foggy. You get sick more often. And even when you're resting, you don't really feel rested. Sound familiar? Now let's bring in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that thinks things through. It's the voice of reason, the one that says, hey, maybe this isn't danger. Maybe it's just a stressful moment. But chronic stress shuts that voice down. When that happens, fear wins by default. You stop responding, and you start reacting to everything. This is where neurotransmitters step in. Think of them like musicians in a giant orchestra. Adrenaline and noradrenaline, they play the war drums fast and loud. Cortisol is the conductor keeping the tempo high, but GABA and serotonin, they're the string section. They soothe, calm, restore harmony, and you can activate them with things like walking in nature, breathing deeply, or just sitting quietly in the sunlight. Fear runs on a cycle. It starts with a trigger, then a reaction. Fight, flight, or freeze. But if your brain never gets the message that you're safe, you stay stuck, even when you're home, even when you're in bed. That's what chronic stress does. And it doesn't just affect how you feel, it literally reshapes your brain. Your hippocampus, which stores memories, shrinks. Your prefrontal cortex weakens, and your amygdala becomes hyper-reactive, firing off alarms constantly. But here's the hope. You can retrain your brain. You can restore balance. Start with something simple. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale slowly for 8. That's it. Practice that breathing a few times a day, especially when anxiety shows. Then, add just 10 minutes of mindfulness, a short walk, stretching and silence. Turning off your phone before bed, bit by bit, you'll reset your system. You'll go from reacting to responding, from chaos to clarity. So let me ask you, now that you know how fear works inside your brain, what are you going to do with that information? Are you going to keep letting fear control the wheel? Or will you take it back? If this made sense to you, hit subscribe. Now, drop a like, leave a comment, and share this video with someone you care about. Because sometimes, understanding what's going on inside our mind is all it takes to change the way we live.